Thanks for joining us for this COVID-19 and city news update for Monday, December 28th. Hope you all had a great Christmas holiday. We're having a couple of technical difficulties today, so we're going to, this briefing may look a little bit different than usual, but we'll get right to it and want to give you the latest numbers that have happened over the Christmas break and make sure that you have information that you need going forward. So we will actually start today with testing numbers. As of this morning, 106,389 tests have been conducted. This is Forest General, Hattiesburg Clinic, Merritt Health Wesley, Semri, and the Moffett Health Center at USM. 12,872 of those have come back positive, 93,341 negative. We have 176 tests currently pending. Of course, many of our testing centers were closed Christmas Day and the days following Christmas, and so there are not as many tests out there waiting to be tested, and so that's why that pending test number is a little bit lower than usual. In the hospital today, we have 104 people who are COVID positive. That's right about where we've been for the last 2 weeks, with another 2 under investigation, and of those 104, we have 30 in the ICU, which is right about where we've been for the last 14 days. As you can see on this graph, we did see a decrease in hospitalizations, which we anticipated over the Christmas break as people were being let go and discharged, and not as many test centers were open. However, over the weekend, that number, which dipped down to just below 90, has soared back up to 104 in the days following Christmas. Statewide today, there were 1,701 new cases reported with 28 new deaths, and it's our sad duty to report that over the weekend, we saw 6 new deaths in the Hattiesburg metro area from COVID, 4 in Lamar County, 2 were in Forest, which brings totals to date 96 deaths in Forest County, 59 in Lamar. We want to send our well wishes and condolences to those 6 families. New positive cases, Forest County over the weekend, 43 on Thursday, 47 on Saturday. Then you see a decrease, and that's really because there was no testing center open on Friday, and there weren't very many open on Saturday or Sunday either, and so you saw numbers drop down to 13 and 15 in Forest County, but then come back up to 35 today. Similar story in Lamar County, 47 on Thursday, 33 on Friday. Then you saw a dip, 14 on Saturday, 9 on Sunday, again with the testing center closed, several testing centers closed throughout that period, and 37 today. So metro area total for the holiday weekend, 293 new positive cases. To date, Forest County has seen 4,712 cases. Lamar County has seen 3,646. And our 5-day average, again, taking into account the dip right around Christmas and the fewer tests being conducted. And then our inside 14-day number, slightly better, however, putting in context, of course, was Christmas. 573 people have received positive test results in the last 2 weeks in Forest County, and in Lamar County, the number's at 487. As you can see, we're just above 1,200 for a couple of days last week. Then when Christmas hit, we dropped down to under 1,100, still at 1,050. Of course, we anticipate those numbers going up as we feel the impact of Christmas gatherings. Compared to a week ago, Forest County was at 653 potential active cases, down to 573 now. Lamar County was at 526, now down to 487, and so still at 1,060 in the metro area who've received their positive test result in the last 14 days. Hospitalizations, 113 a week ago, down to 104 now. ICU, 33 to 30. Our goals continue to be protecting vulnerable populations, people over the age of 60, people with underlying or chronic health conditions. We talk about that goal. We're hoping that as this vaccine starts to take root, not only in our healthcare workers, but then frontline and public safety folks and long-term care facilities, that goal will continue to be accomplished. Our second goal is preventing the overrun of the healthcare system by slowing the spread. And then finally, prioritizing public health while giving the private sector the space to operate creatively. Similar to Thanksgiving, the total impact of Christmas gatherings will not be seen for 2 to 3 weeks when it comes to hospitalizations, when it comes to new infections. We were looking at the end of November, leading up to Thanksgiving, we were in that high 60s, low 70s hospitalization-wise, and then over the course of 2 or 3 weeks following Thanksgiving, we really saw that number jump to well above 70 on to 100, and then for a couple of days over 110. We hope that we don't see those kind of increases, because if we see those kind of increases, you're going to take a very taxed healthcare system and really push it to the limit. And so we hope that folks made wise decisions when it comes to who they spent time with, wearing masks, but we will see kind of where this goes over the next 2 to 3 weeks. However, knowing that's coming, we've had to make some tough decisions, and one of those was taking our Midnight on Front Street New Year's Eve celebration virtual. This is not a decision that we took lightly. It's not a decision that was easy. However, since this pandemic began, we've tried to make decisions based on the advice of healthcare professionals, based on numbers that we've seen locally, and understanding that we're already above 100 hospitalizations. We don't need to bring a bunch of people into one small space downtown and have a big party, even though this has become something that Hattiesburg has been known for. This is an event that our administration helped kick off with a lot of people. And so we'll be doing this virtually. So it'll be on YouTube and Facebook in the minutes leading up to midnight on New Year's Eve. We hope that you will go and support a local business and pick up dinner, that you will pick up any other refreshment that you want to, but that you will enjoy that New Year's Eve countdown and the end of 2020. We hope that you will do that responsibly in a very and safely, in a safe way. We don't need a lot of house parties either, because that's where a lot of spread can occur. And so we really hope that you'll make good decisions on New Year's Eve as we move into hopefully what is a better year for all of us. On that front, we are also extending our executive order 2020-25. This will extend all of our orders that are current to January 16th. So this matches kind of lines up with Governor Reeves' timeline, but all local mask mandates, occupancy limits, and requirements that bars, restaurants, and clubs closing in-house services by 10 p.m. that will all continue. Of course, pickup and to-go is available after 10. You can even sell alcohol until 11 p.m. That's according to state mandates. But again, as we kind of wait to see what the full impact of Christmas gatherings will be, we feel this is the best approach to try and limit the spread and try to keep this thing controlled, particularly for our healthcare community. And January 16th is around when our students will come back to start their spring semester, and we would love to loosen things up if we're seeing some positive signs by then. Some city news. Paving continued last week in Ward 2 on Carpenter Street off the bypass, as well as the area on Mobile Street between the bypass and West 7th Street. Crews will move next week back over to Ward 3. And finally, just keep up with the holiday pickup schedule. Our crews do a great job trying to consolidate 5 days of pickup into 3 days. And so today, green cans picked up as usual on Mondays. Tuesday, green cans will pick up as usual tomorrow. Recycling, however, picked up in Ward 1 as usual today, but also started in Ward 4 today. And I know they did not quite finish all of Ward 4 that has street pickup. So they'll leave those blue cans out. If you're in Ward 4, they'll be picked up tomorrow. On brown cans, if you put your brown cans out on Wednesday, put them out tomorrow, and they'll be picked up probably tomorrow, maybe into Wednesday. Put your brown cans out on Thursday, put that out on Wednesday. Recycling, again, kind of the most unusual thing this week. Wards 2 and 5 will pick up tomorrow in addition to what wasn't gotten today. And then on Wednesday, Ward 3 will be picked up, as well as parts of Ward 4 that pick up in the alley or in the Arcadia Sunset neighborhood. So again, our crews are trying really hard to push 5 days of pickup into 3 days. And so I hope that you'll have patience with us. If you are missed for some reason, please reach out to us, and we will make sure that we get to you as soon as we can. And as we start this week, remember, a very important week right now, especially coming off Christmas. Remember to wash your hands, take care of yourself, wear a mask if you go out in public, do only what is essential, and remember, you're safer at home. Have a great rest of the evening.